Are we live? And we are live. What's up, everyone? This is the Local Central here. Welcome back to another video, or stream, sorry. And the streak of me streaming every primary week was broken last week when I decided there was too many races that were not important last week to do a live stream. But however, I did do a update video, which you can find on my channel. But anyway, welcome to the June 28th, 2022 primary. This is another big night. We got New York, we got Illinois, we got Colorado, we got Utah, we got Oklahoma, we got Nebraska special. We got tons of races. We got Mississippi, all a lot of that stuff. So the key races I got here, we got Illinois Senate primary. We got Illinois Senate. We got Oklahoma Senate regular. Langford is getting challenged. We got Oklahoma Special, which is Congressman Mark Wayne Mullen, the frontrunner. He will most likely face former Congresswoman Kendra Horn in November. Utah Senate, Mike Lee is being challenged from the middle. However, he looks like he could win. We got Evan McMullen going to run. He is running against him because the Democrats forego the primary because McMullen was endorsed by the Democrats. Colorado Senate primary, we got Ron Hanks. Oh crap! All right, Colorado Senate. There's so many tabs, I swear. Utah Senate, Colorado Senate. All right, so Colorado, we got Ron Hanks, Joe Dea running for against Michael Bennet. We got Illinois Governor. We got Darren Bailey, Richard Irvin, Jesse Sullivan, the free going up against J.B. Pritzker. In the New York Governor, we got Kathy Hochul versus Tom Suozzi. How is my memory going now? What? The other two major candidates in that race in New York Governor is for Republicans, Andrew Giuliani and Lee Zeldin. New York Lieutenant Governor, we got Antonio Delgado, the new incumbent, versus Anna Marie Archea. Republican primary is Allison Esposito, which is unopposed. We got the Colorado 3rd District. We got a primary challenge from Don Coram against Warren Boebert. Soledad Sandoval Tafoya going up against Alex Walker and Adam Furch in the Democratic primary. In Colorado 8th, we got, this is the new district. We got Resign, about that. The tabs can literally just destroyed my inside of my computer, the RAM and stuff. So we can't do that. However, I can go to every single individual state. That'll be fine, I believe. So that is Colorado, Illinois, New York, Oklahoma, Utah, and Mississippi runoff. I didn't get to finish telling you guys the preview. I'll just stay there. So polls are about to close in Mississippi, Oklahoma. Close in Mississippi, Illinois, Oklahoma. Can I not even have 7 tabs open? My polls are closing in right now in Illinois, New York, Illinois, Oklahoma, Mississippi. Polls close in an hour in New York and Colorado. So let's go straight to Illinois, where the most important races of the hour are happening. So I'll take you to Illinois right quick. Share screen. So here we go. We're going to Illinois. This is the governor's race. We have Darren Barry, Richard Irvin, Jesse Sullivan. Trying to up J.B. Pritzker, Beverly Hills in the governors. U.S. Senate, we got 8 Republicans. Excuse me. In the second Secretary of State, we have Alexis Janelius, Anna Valencia, David Moore, and Sidney Moore. I don't know if that's a relation. In Republican, Brady Miller, John Misher, and of course the congressional races. We might have a guest or two showing up soon, but now let's go over to the state of Oklahoma. We got 2 Senate races up. Here's Oklahoma. The Senate special, we got Mark Waymo and the Congressman Luke Holland, T.W. Shannon. They're going to try and win the primary to face former Congresswoman Kendra Horn, who is uncontested in this Democratic primary. In the regular, James Lankford is under a primary challenge by Jackson Waymeyer and Joan Farr. Jason Bollinger, Madison Horn, and Ariel Ozma are the ones trying to face him. And the governor we have the Democratic primary, Joey Hofmeister, Connie Johnson. Republican primary, we got Kevin Stitt, the incumbent, Joe Kitstall, Moira McCabe, and Mark Sherwood. In the House second, this is to replace Mark Wayne Mullen himself, Guy Barker, John Bennett, Josh Bretchen. Democratic primary, the Democrat is unopposed. There. So, and Kendall Horn just got projected as the winner. No surprise. He is unopposed. We got Mississippi, those two House races. A couple of weeks ago, me and Dante were in June 7th, I believe, was when we were watching those live here. My bottom bar has frozen. All right. So we got Mississippi now. So the 4th district, Stephen Palazzo, who is under scandal. Mike Ezel is the primary challenger. Michael Guest, Michael Cassidy, too close to call. The 2nd district, that has been defined who faces Benny Thompson. Undecided at this minute. Polls have closed in all 3 races, however. Well, we're just for some reason. Yeah, so I definitely need to get a new computer because I can't deal with this on my laptop, bro. Just can't, bro. All right. All right, so we have no results yet. Polls closed about 6 minutes ago. All right, we got our first results. And I believe, yes, it is Illinois. We got Illinois results. So let's go to Illinois. And that's where we're going to be for some time. We got New York, Colorado coming up in the next hour. All right, so here we go. We are looking now in the suburbs of Chicago. This is the Republican governor race. We got Darren Bailey facing Richard Irvin and Jason Smith. Bailey is ahead 47.2 to 22.6 to 17.1. I'll be right back. Alright, y'all, I'm back. Alright, so let's go look at the other primaries here in Illinois. We got J.B. Pritzker well ahead of Beverly Miles. He was basically unopposed, but he still had a perennial challenger, so see, he looks like he will win very handily. This is the Chicago suburbs very early on. In the United States Senate, this is the same counties, the same precincts. We've got Kathy Salvi, Matt Dubell, and Peggy Hubbard. Secretary of State, we got Junius, and there's nothing there. Nothing from the Republican primary there either. We got Reeves ahead in that 1st District House primary. And that's about what we all got so far here in the state of Illinois. Alright, so I'm back. So we got, let's see here. 3% now reporting in the 1st District. Raves is ahead, 27.3 to 12.9. I think this is just the same stuff from earlier. Yeah. Pritzker looks pretty secure here. So now let's go over to the state of Oklahoma. We got some more results there. Between Mark Wayne Mullen and between the Oklahoma races. We got Mark Wayne. We have Mark Wayne Mullen. This is 4% in. We got Mark Wayne Mullen ahead of T.Y. Shannon, 41.4 to 20%. Going down to the regular, James Langford looks very good. Jackson Lawmeyer looks like he will not win. James Langford upsets the Trump-backed candidate. In the Democratic primary, we got Madison Horn, Jason Mullinger, Dennis Becker, all looking pretty solid. We also have Wade, the fifth place candidate, getting a couple counties. His initial results, so that probably will not stick. In the governor primary, we got Hofsmiter and Connie Johnson. And Stitt looks like he will win right here, too. For the House race here, we got 4% in. We got Bretchen and Fricks very close. This is very close. Johnny Teehee. Why is his last name that, by the way? We got Nulfire Betch and Fricks Bennett. Barker. We got pretty stacked race here. The Democratic primary, it is uncontested there. So it looks pretty solid here in Oklahoma for incumbent Langford, for Senator Congressman Mark Wayne Mullen, Senator Governor Stitt, and that's it. So let's go over to Mississippi. We got two very important runoffs there that closed at this a couple hours ago, like 17 minutes ago. I'm sorry. It feels like hours already. And we still don't see anything for any of these for the fourth. This is the most endangered incumbent, Stephen Palazzo. He looks like he was down bad. Against his challenger in the regular. Down against his challenger here, Mike Ezel, because Palazzo is under ethics investigation. Here in the third guest looked bad in the regular. He's currently beating Cassidy. It's just initial results. There's very initial results here in Mississippi. Very close races watching here in Mississippi. But, all right, let's see. Some Democrats think. Oh, that looks bad if New York City low turnout. That seems bad if New York City is actually that low. If New York City is actually that low, it could not be. It looks pretty bad there. We got New York and Colorado closing in the next hour. We got 40 minutes till New York and Colorado closes. So let's go back to Illinois. We got I think we're going to spend most of this hour in Illinois. because it is the most. We still looks. This still looks pretty solid for Darren Bailey. He's ahead by almost 20 points. He leads in Will County, that's the suburbs of Chicago, and he leads in Lake County, another suburb of Chicago. Good news for him. In the Democratic primary, Pritzker looks very secure here. His opponent only is managing 1,000 votes so far here. Oh, we got more votes here. We got McLean County here into the Senate. Salvi looks pretty good here. Nothing from the Secretary of State. So near as House, we got Reeves ahead. We still have nothing from the 6th, the 7th, 15th, 17th. The rest are just uncalled right now. Look at his size of lead. It looks pretty solid here for Darren Bailey right now. Oh, we got Irvin now has a county. It's Springfield. He has a lead in Springfield. That is very interesting. Irvin leads by 4. The size of lead, it's very small here. It's not as big as Bailey's in Will County or Bailey's in Lake County. That is pretty huge. It has to be a bigger lead for him in Springfield if he wants to offset Darren Bailey's strength in Chicago early on. So right now we are looking. Let's go down to Pritzker. Looks very solid. Only 2,000 votes for his opponent. Looks like we're getting reporting in McLean County that we're not getting in any other. It's pretty solid there. Only McLean County here in the Secretary of State, Janiulis leads there. And that's the same for the Republican primary. The race to Rodney Davis. What a lead that. What a start for him. Rodney Davis. He's one of the guys that election tellers from last year. He was elected, and he seems to be winning by a lot right now. Of course, it's an incumbent primary between him and Mary Miller, the Trump-backed candidate. We still have no. All right, so J.B. Pritzker is ahead. He has a 42,000 vote lead at this moment ahead of his challenger. Again, we're getting. This is just. So, obviously, Plano candidate, 2,000 votes. Only 2,000 people think that Pritzker has not done a great, in the Democratic Party, think that Pritzker has not done a great job. Look at how much votes are left. Look at the lead for Pritzker. It seems like Pritzker might have So here we go. Darren Bailey is extending his lead here. Again, will Irvin's vote here in the East offset Chicago for Darren Bailey? Like, that's what the question is in this Republican primary right here. So let's see here. So votes left, there's still tons of votes left. Not much left in. There's a lot of votes left here in Springfield. Alrighty. So not a lot is happening here in Springfield, but it has to be a bigger lead than that for him to overcome that deficit lead he has. Again, he's 5,000 votes behind here. Oh, we got Chicago, Cook County, 10,000 votes so far for J.B. Pritzker there. Just under 1,000 there for Beverly Miles. Miles has crossed 6%. Pritzker. And look at that lead for Darren Bailey. It's up to over 7,000 votes now. 7,000 votes here in the state of Illinois. So right here, he needs Springfield right now to sell up for him now for Irvin. Still don't understand why Pritzker has not been called the winner here. These are the first primaries after the overturn of Roe. Alexei Janelius looks very solid now. He lost in 20. I think this is his first race since he lost the Senate race in 2010 to Mark Kirk. Obviously, 6 years later, Kirk lost to Tammy Duckworth. Giving the what? Oh, we got more results. Again, Darren Bailey needs something to happen. Again, Irvin, not Darren Bailey. Irvin needs something to happen in the Springfield area, or else he's screwed. All right, we got our guest joining us. We got Dante here. Welcome back, Dante. Welcome back to the channel.
Hello, glad to be here as always.
So we are looking now at Illinois. We got incumbent JB Pritzker trying to see who his challenger will be. We got Darren Bailey and Richard Irvin looks like the top two right now, even though Jesse Sullivan looks pretty solid there. So what is going on? What is making Bailey going good here?
Yeah, well, these have been the consensus top three candidates for the nomination since pretty much the beginning of the campaign. All of them have heavily invested a lot of money in this race, and for most of this campaign, the proverbial favorite has been Irvin, the more moderate of the two between him and Bailey. But there has been an intense stream of cash flowing in to support Darren Bailey from further right backers. He recently received a Trump endorsement. Trump came out and did a rally for him in Illinois. And so all of this is translated into a basically total twist of the race from a few months ago, where Bailey now holds a big lead in the polls. And we're seeing that expressed here early. Obviously it's still very early, anything can happen, but Bailey looks to be in a pretty solid spot.
All right, so right now we got a big primary, and Pritzker just got called the winner here in Illinois. It took a little bit longer, but he is now the winner. He was
easily
basically
above
unopposed. But
90%.
let's go now down to the 15th district. We got Ronnie Davis and Mary Miller, the two incumbents going off against each other this
It's very
tonight.
early.
So give it a little bit.
It's very early, and
why do you
Illinois
think?
15.
Do you think the Trump endorsement will help Mary Miller here?
Well, this is a district that's significantly redder than the nation at large. So almost certainly this is fair ground for Mary Miller to be boosted by the Trump endorsement. And yeah, that's kind of what you'd expect to see. Now, Rodney Davis did outraise her. He spent a lot more money, but he's also built one of the more moderate voting records among House Republicans in recent years, while Miller has been one of the among the furthest right ones to be elected as of late. So, it's kind of a battle there, but just based on how red the district is, you'd think Miller would have to be favored going into it, although obviously Rodney Davis up very big here early.
This encompasses a lot of Davis's old district. Am I correct?
No, I think it's only about 30%.
And I think Miller's district is even less, I believe.
Yeah, it's just slightly. It's around equal, but it's a little less for Miller. Neither of them have represented much of this district, which is why this race is very interesting. And actually, more interesting, I'd scroll up because Sean Casprin has 85% in that incumbent versus incumbent primary with 7% in.
Alrighty, so this is Sean Casten, Murray Newman. Newman defeated, I think, the most conservative Democrat in the House 2 years ago, and Dan Lipinski. Obviously, the most conservative Democrat in the House now is that anti-abortion Democrat in Texas. I forgot his name, but
Henry Cuellar.
But he's Cuellar. He barely won. We got that projection like a couple days ago, but Cuellar barely beat his challenger for the second straight race. So tell us about this Caston Newman race.
Well, it's been a pretty rough race. Marie Newman does not live in this district. However, the majority of her constituents do, so she has moved to here. It's kind of the opposite for Caston, who lives in this district, but the majority of his constituents are elsewhere. It's somewhat become a progressive, moderate race, and if you can frame it like that, Newman obviously came to power as a progressive. But Caston's voting record is nowhere near as conservative as Lipinski, and while Newman is to the left of him, Newman has dealt with the kind of fallout of a pretty credible bribery scandal from her campaign against Lipinski in 2020, alleging that she offered a candidate a job to drop out of the race. The candidate did indeed drop out of the race. I'm not sure he ever received the job, but it's a pretty credible scandal, and it appears to have damaged her pretty significantly early. I do expect this race to tighten up, but it is worth noting that while it is the majority of her constituents from her old district, these lines that she's now running in. These were the areas of her old district that heavily favored Lipinski in that primary 2 years ago.
So we are now seeing Newman's race tightened up a bit. She went from under 10 to almost 17%, while Caston has fallen under 80%. It's still a 4,000 vote lead. It's only 9% in. So that is what we got here. But we got another race where the incumbent might be in danger, Danny Davis. So let's talk about that.
Well, Danny Davis looking pretty solid up right now. But yeah, Keena Collins, a progressive activist, challenging him for the second time. She did in 2020 as well. When she challenged him in 2020, Davis won with about 60% of the vote. But she outraised Davis this time and outspent him. It's really going to be about can his connections outdo that. And right now it looks like he's holding steady. He's 57 to 40. That's a pretty solid lead, but we'll see. It's still very early.
It is indeed early here in Illinois. It's even very early in other races. But again, we got a very tight race in the Mississippi races. So when we go to Mississippi, you're going to get the final look at Illinois so far. Again, Pritzker renominated. His opponent doesn't even have 10,000 votes yet. And speaking of 10,000 votes, Bailey has a 10,000 vote lead over his challenger here, Irvin, the former frontrunner. So let's go over to the state of Oklahoma. This has both Senate seats up. It also had both Senate seats up this time 8 years ago. It was when Langford was first elected and Inhofe was up. It was the other way around. It's Langford up, and Inhofe is going to resign at the end of this year. So this is interesting. So right now, Representative Mark Wayne Mullen looking very, very solid. He is sweeping the state, looks like, even though it's only 7% in. But there's still tons of votes left. So why was Mark Wayne Mullen very favored here?
Well, as of right now, he's at 44%. So I would say the chances of him getting to 50 and being able to avoid a runoff are decent. It will be interesting to see who ends up being the second candidate in the runoff. As you see, T.W. Shannon, the leader right now, the former State House Speaker. There's also Luke Holland, who is Inhofo's Chief of Staff, and State Senator Nathan Dahm. It has about 10% of the votes. So those accounts for the candidates in double digits. I would guess, just based off the polling that we have out there, Mullen will probably not get over 50, but 44%, it's reasonable to believe he'll stay around that number, quite frankly. And, anything can happen in a runoff. It'll be interesting, but he certainly does head into this race in a pretty comfortable position.
It looks like that a NARA representative was going to join the race to challenge him. However, he backed out he backed out. I don't know what the other I forgot the name of the other representative, but he did not get into the race. Instead, he ran for re-election. Was it Kevin Hearn, I believe.
I believe so. Something I
Yes,
noticed is that
Hearn is the congressman in Tulsa, by the way.
Yeah, something I noticed is that Trump's former EPA administrator, Scott Pruitt, only has 4.9% of the vote here early. He never looked like a serious contender to make it into a runoff, but it was still worth noting. He did struggle to raise money, but for someone with his name recognition, he was Oklahoma's attorney general. It's just kind of interesting to see.
Did Trump endorse a candidate in this race?
I do not think he did. Inhofo endorsed Holland.
So going down to Inhofe, all right. Holland is the Inhofe chief and staff. So, all right. Langford has dispatched his primary opponent. Maggots, a lot of Trump allies endorsed his challenger, but it looks like Langford easily will win this race. So, what was the
he got some attention from the far right groups, but he did. I can't. There's not much to say about this race. His challenger did get some endorsements from further right groups, but it was never serious, and Trump never backed it. Langford is a pretty down the line conservative, and he was never realistically going to lose this race.
Langford was going to challenge the election. He actually was doing the speech he was actually interrupted during his speech when the mob entered the Capitol. It was his speech in the Senate that when the mob interrupted it. And after that, he changed his whole speech, I believe, to support the electoral college count.
Well, you might want to come down to Oklahoma in a second, because this looks about as chaotic as I predicted it would be.
Alrighty. It looks very chaotic here in the Democratic primary for the regular Senate, but it seems like Horn has a good lead. So also Stitt does one. So here we go. Oh wow.
Yeah, let me find my rating.
We have
Yeah, so there were
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candidates winning at least one county here in the district.
there were entering this race today. There was considered to be around 9 major candidates. To just quickly go over them, right now it's a very close race, 14-4. Now remember, it will go to a runoff. We will not see a crazy race like last year, like a couple years ago in Tennessee, where there was an open seat and someone won with like 19% of the vote. Josh Breachin, who currently has the most votes, is a state senator. He has benefited from quite a bit of super PAC support in the district. Avery Fricks is another who's there in second, that state representative, another legislator. There are a lot of legislators in this race. Johnny
Yes,
Teehee.
and to point out there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candidates over 1,000 votes right now in this race. It's pretty chaotic. And Brechen and Frex are separated by 8 votes.
Yep. Johnny Teehee here, Muskogee Police Chief. This district has a large Native population. John Bennett is a former state representative. He served as the chair of the state party up until last month, I believe. Guy Barker actually raised the most money here, energy businessman and the secretary treasurer of the Quapaw Nation. Again, very high Native population in this district. State Senator Marty Quinn. Cherokee Tribal Council
Fricks
West
just
Warfighter. There you go, Fricks in the lead.
And Avery Fricks just took the lead, and the 7th candidate, I believe, just cost 1,000 votes. No, it's a 6. No Fire is just under 1,000 votes.
Chris Schiller is also in this race. That's another name I recognize. A pharmacy executive who also raised quite a bit of money. And then Dustin Roberts, a state representative. So 9 candidates, and actually Dustin Roberts is behind a 10th. So you could argue that that's 10 major candidates in the race. Just complete chaos. But again,
this was
if no one gets
because
over
of Mark
50,
Wayne
which
Mullen
no
wanting
one
to
will.
retire. Here it is. Hearn. This is Kevin Hearn. He represents Tulsa. I think he was the one that wanted to retire the challenge Mullen, but obviously he backed out. So this is pretty chaotic. Fricks has a pretty good lead here, but again, this is just the Tulsa suburbs. Like, just the city of Tulsa. I think it's only the city of Tulsa is in Hearn's district. So we have some Tulsa suburbs. We got, yeah. So right here we got over 6 candidates over 1,200 votes here. No Fire is close to 1,000. And look at these. The size of the leads are insane. And No Fire just cost 1,000 votes. That is now 7 candidates that are above 1,000 votes here in this district. This is very intense. We got 15 minutes until New York closes, so you better buckle up, folks. This is intense already. We got No Fire ahead. Over 1,000 votes. We got 7 candidates in all over 1,000 votes. This is going to a runoff, but this is crazy. Leading 7 candidates are over 1,000 votes. If you guys like this coverage, please like and subscribe so you can get up-to-date information on these races and my personal predictions. So let's see here. We got Mississippi coming on. Is also here. Dante, when he returns, will talk about why there are 2 runoffs that are involving incumbents here. So let's just go over to Mississippi. I'll give you the current vote totals. It is Palazzo barely ahead here in initial results over Ezel. Again, it just needs a plurality. We don't here. And here in Guest is pretty secure here for Michael Guest, the incumbent here. Arnold Ehler looks like he is up 13 by 6 votes here. Whoever wins this primary will face the only Democratic representative, Benny Thompson, the chair of the January 6th committee. And Dante has returned, so let's welcome him back.
Yeah,
So
sorry about that.
here we go. So we're in Mississippi, Dante. If you are, so we are looking at the third district. We got Guest ahead. 74-30 is what I'm going to round it up to. So what brought Guest into a runoff against Cassidy?
Well, every year, every cycle, there's always an incumbent who gets kind of caught off um, by their opponent and ends up, losing. In 2020, it was probably most well known as being Scott Tipton to Lauren Boebert. That's kind of what happened here
Bobert,
to Michael. Yeah, that's what kind of happened here to Michael Guest. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
At 7 o'clock is boosted. I'll
Go.
talk this tomorrow.
Go away. Go.
7 o'clock.
I am so sorry.
That happens to me all the time. Don't worry. So right now we got. So it is Guest that looks like a runoff will obviously benefit them because because of
Give me just
the
one second. I
runoff
gotta
polls
go
obviously in the
apologize.
South. So right now we got Michael. Oh wow, Guest is now back up to 69%. It looks it is 1,000 vote difference here in that 2,600 vote race. It looks looks like a blessing for Guest to get into a runoff here.
All right, now I'm back.
So right here it's so here we go. So we're going to go look at the most endangered incumbent tonight, other than the incumbent candidates. It is Scott Palazzo, who just fell in behind. So
by 9 points.
Yes. So right when you joined, Palazzo was ahead. So what is this ethics investigation that Palazzo somehow got himself into?
The scandal is basically Palazzo used campaign funds for his own personal use. Obviously illegal, and it resulted in him, trailing in the first round of the primary by about 7 points. I think basically all the candidates from that primary have now endorsed Ezel in the runoff, which is a stark contrast to the Mississippi third, where the third place candidate actually backed Guest. And yeah, I don't really expect Palazzo to win. I think we saw the signs in the primary, and anything can happen. But a big lead in Harrison for Ezel, and just generally, I think Palazzo looks pretty vulnerable.
So Palazzo is under investigation by the House Ethics Committee. Am I correct about that?
Yes.
The House Ethics Committee is another incumbent that lost in the primary that is under investigation by the Ethics Committee. It's none other than Madison Cawthorn, who is the only incumbent. So other than Kurt Schrader, it's Kurt Schrader and Madison Cawthorn who are the only incumbents that lost to an outright challenger instead of an incumbent via incumbent primary. So him and Guest might be the two candidates that will lose that are facing investigations in the Ethics Committee. So obviously the Ethics Committee is the committee that looks at conduct and all that stuff.
We actually have a couple projections here.
Did you say we got
Dave Wasserman?
All right, so read them out.
In Illinois, the Illinois 6th congressional district, he's projecting that Sean Casten, who currently leads 70 to 26, will advance. It's obviously still pretty early in Illinois, but I think, that Newman, that might be just too big for Newman. Newman did not help herself with several scandals, but that is kind of a rough blow to progressives who really spent a lot of effort to get her in just a few years ago. But kind of in the opposite turn,
See,
and it's some good news for progressives is in Illinois' 3rd congressional district, where let me check quickly. This was Marie Newman's old district. It's been redrawn to be plurity Hispanic, so it no longer is the majority of her old district, so that's why she moved, making it an open seat. The major Democratic candidates are State Representative Delia Ramirez, who is considered the more progressive, and Chicago Alderman Gilbert Villegas, who is kind of stressed by partisanship and his credentials there. Wasserman is projecting it for Ramirez, who is up 65 to 26 right now.
a lot of progressives are actually up tonight. We got 2 members of the 6-member squad up tonight. We got AOC and Jamal Bowman up tonight. I believe it's only Bowman and AOC, right?
Well, can you repeat that quickly?
So there's actually 2 members of the squad that is up tonight. So there are 2 members of the squad up tonight, AOC and Jamal Bowman.
No, so because of redistricting delays, New York has actually had to delay its House elections, so those will take place on August 23rd. The only primaries today in New York are going to be the statewide ones.
Oh, shoot. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So no AOC or no Bowman tonight. All right. So looking at this race of Palazzo and Ezzo, Palazzo actually closed the gap a little bit here. Again, it seems like it is death shot if you get investigated by ethics committee, but it looks pretty solid here for Ezzo. He could be heading to Congress. So get us up to date on is there anything more about Oklahoma so far?
Well, let's check in there. Mark Wayne Mullin, up at around 45.5%. He's pushing that 50 mark hard. I still think he falls short, but we'll see. He's got a good shot at breaking it. Meanwhile, T.W. Shannon, if it does go to a runoff, it looks like T.W. Shannon is pretty heavily favored to make it there with him. He's out pretty big over Holland and the rest of the pack.
All right, so let's go over to that race right quick. Let's go over to Oklahoma right quick. So right here, it's on Oklahoma second. So let's talk about that. There's now over 7 candidates. Now there's 8 candidates now, over 9 candidates over 1,000 votes.
Avery Fricks has kind of expanded the lead a bit, and yeah, there's a lot of candidates doing well here. And it looks like we have at least 2 other candidates who are probably going to cross 1,000 before the night is over. So that's about 11 people. But the
11
county
people gaining 1,000 votes in this small district.
It is starting to kind of separate off into maybe a top 4 or 5 here between Fricks, Breach, and Teehee, Bennett, and Barker. It's obviously very close. We're not going to know for a little while, but Fricks has pulled into a decent lead for the first spot at the very least. So, yeah, we'll keep watching there. And polls are about to close in some other places. So,
yeah, 5 minutes until New York closes. So that is interesting.
As well as Colorado.
We have Hochul and Colorado. So we have Hochul up in New York facing Tom Suozzi, the incumbent from the 4th district. So what prompted Suozzi to primary challenge Hochul?
Well, Hochul faces 2 primary challengers, Tom Suozzi, who, as you said, is the representative, and Jumaine Williams, who is the New York City public advocate. She also briefly was facing the state attorney general, Letitia James, I believe. So when James dropped out back in October or December, there was thought that it might actually coalesce progressives behind Williams. But Williams' campaign has floundered a bit. He just hasn't really been able to grab that side of the sport. Although it does look like he might be, although he is faring right now better than Swozy, who both he and Hochul come from the moderate lane. Both he and Hochul are pretty established politicians. There just hasn't really been an angle for Swozy to take. I'm not really sure what the idea behind this primary challenge was, aside from the fact that he might have had a shot to, you know, unseat
Face
a governor
Cuomo.
who wasn't elected. But yeah, there you go.
So again, remember Cuomo resigned in August due to SA allegations and he was certainly going to be impeached if he didn't resign.
Yeah, well, Cuomo, I remember around the time I actually shifted New York to likely D from safety. I'll likely shift it back after this primary, but, I've just been waiting to see exactly what happens.
Again, so Cuomo was in trouble from the beginning of his allegations. He was probably going to be impeached unanimously, right? Because
Yeah,
he
he
was
likely would
under
have
an
been
impeachment
impeached.
inquiry.
He had very few allies left.
Biden wanted him to resign too, so he was screwed because he lost the president of the United States, the leader of his party. So we're looking back here at Oklahoma 2nd. We got Fricks now over 4,000 votes. Roberts is approaching 1,000 himself. Gordon is also approaching 1,000. And so let's see here. With the
Here
votes
comes
left, we got tons of votes up
Dustin
here
Roberts
left.
is about to cross
All
the 1,000
are
mark.
Fricks. All are Fricks.
Yeah, Fricks
Yes,
is
he's
building
at
up a nice little
992.
lead. Fricks is building up a nice
Yes,
little lead
Fricks is
here.
winning in the Tulsa suburbs, which is very nice here in this district.
Well, I assume that this is mostly
Stitt
her
looks
state
like
legislative
Stitt has
territory.
what?
I assume that's mostly her territory in the state legislature.
Yes.
Legislature.
Oh, Weimar actually just won a county. Yes, Wildmeyer has just is leading in a county here against Langford. Doesn't mean anything though. Langford has been
It's in the
projected to win.
Panhandle. Well, it's still early. It's still very little
Mark Wayne
reported
Mullen.
from these votes, but this is also a very red part of the state.
Yeah. Mark Wayne Mullen is continuing to expand his lead. He's at almost 46% here.
Well, it won't be impossible to win a runoff against him, but
polls are about to close in New York. So that is a very important race. Let's go back to Illinois. It'll be hard for Mullen to lose. He might even win outright tonight if it's this good. So let's now go to Illinois for one final time. We got a very couple of contentious primaries here. So we left Illinois when it was only 5% reporting. So let's go back to Republican primary here. I'm waiting for it to be updated here. So looks like I haven't gotten any results here. Let me reload the page. Is it how much?
It's at 9%.
Is reporting on your side because I might have to use your side.
I think you're at it, right? Yeah, it's currently only about 10% in. Bailey is still up by a very large margin. I expect they'll call it for him pretty soon. I don't really see,
Actually, no, it's reloading now. I will get it to you guys shortly. But Dante, can you update us on the Republican primary?
For governor?
Oh, all right. So it is updated. So I was completely wrong. So it was yes.
Checking the house races quick.
Yeah.
We got a moment. Mary Miller's taking the lead. She's actually decently. She's like 7 points ahead now.
Polls are going to close in about, let's see, um, about a couple seconds from now in New York. Yes, for governor. I got Bailey ahead 45.5 to Irvin.
Yes, that's about right.
4. And polls just closed in New York. All right. Mary Miller has taken lead. All right. How much for?
For what?
Oh wow. All right. So polls just closed in New York. Again, Free, Hochul, Suozzi, and Williams, and then son of the president's lawyer Andrew Giuliani, the former president of New York. So we're going to see a lot of stuff. So let's go.
Well, the results here earlier coming right out of New York City, which is up.
Hello, guys. I am back. I don't know where Dante went, but I am back. It kicked me from the stream. But again, we're looking at New York. That's the race we are looking at. We got Hochul is ahead of Suozzi. Let me see if I could get Dante back. So right now it is it's now we got Hochul in. It is very early. Hochul leads Suozzi by about 1,000 votes. Williams is at 401 here. Let's now see in the Republican primary, Giuliani surprisingly is ahead of Zeldin. And Lieutenant Governor, the incumbent Antonio Delgado, who resigned in June to become Attorney General, Lieutenant Governor, he is leading. But and that is it. In the United States Senate, Schumer won, Pinion won, there was no race for any other race. So we basically just have the governor and lieutenant governor up for New York tonight. And Dante is back. So here we go. So, folks, we got New York up, and Andrew Giuliani is ahead. The son of the former mayor and former president's lawyer. So, why do you think Giuliani's up big?
Well, it's about 200 votes in. That's probably why.
All right. It is in New York, which is not very friendly for Republicans. New York City is the one that is not really friendly for Republicans. By the way, if you guys were wondering what happened to me, I got kicked probably due to my internet connection. So that is what happened to me. Dante probably left because he thought the stream was over. But
Yeah.
anyway, we got 125 for Giuliani, 79 for Zeldin, 40 for Astriano, 28 for Wilson.
Well, I think we'll see Zeldin come back here and take the lead, but
All right.
we'll have to wait and see.
Oh, all right. Here we go. Zeldin is now 1,000 votes. Then Giuliani continues to lead. Let's go now. Let's now go up to the Democratic primary for the governor. We got Hochul ahead by over 40%. Suozzi and Williams is far behind. So this is not a surprise, but it did look interesting for a while.
Yeah, no,
Hochul's lead
Hochul
is
should win
huge in
easily.
both. Oh, there we go. We got more results. We're coming from upstate. Hochul now has a 9,000 vote lead. The question is, who's going to get second here? And Zeldin is leading in upstate as well. Giuliani is looking like he will win. He is winning New York City, while Zeldin is winning everywhere else.
Yeah, so I mean,
and it looks like
this could end up being a pretty close race.
Delgado
We'll
looks like
see.
he'll win. It looks like Delgado will win easily as well.
Yeah, so there was some question about that and how attached he was going to be to Hochul. But right now, what we're seeing is it almost matches up perfectly. I mean, Archila is slightly outrunning Williams, but Delgado almost the exact same spot, just slightly running behind Hochul and Reyna, who is essentially the running mate for Tom Suzoy, basically exactly where Suzoy is right now. So there you go.
So we got an update in Illinois. We got a whole bunch of results from Illinois now. We got Bailey is very well outrunning his opponent.
Oh, we have a projection here.
All right.
A projection
From
in
Wasserman?
Mississippi. Yeah, they're gonna call it for Michael Gast, who looks like he's pretty much gonna easily dispatch Cassidy.
All right. Mary Miller looks like she is dispatching Ronnie Davis right now. She has a 800 vote lead here.
Yeah, it's still early, but hey, there's a chance it becomes, I think, closer here down the line.
All right, so in the Danny Davis looks pretty secure. Caston looks pretty secure here. But again, we got looks like Janelius looks like he will easily defeat Anya Valencia here.
Yeah, he's up by a decent margin. I'm looking through the House primaries. Jonathan Jackson, Jesse Jackson's son. That's
He
obviously a
is
very
winning,
crowded
right?
field. Yeah, that's a very crowded field there to replace Bobby Rush, but
And
J-
Bill
hold a
Foster
sec.
is looking pretty good too. Dahlia Ramirez looks pretty good too against Gilbert Villegas.
In IL7 in
Oh, we
Illinois
got
17,
17th.
looks
All
like
right.
it's Leticia Wallace,
Wallace looks pretty secure.
which is interesting because she's probably the most progressive of the candidates there, and I think that's a district that Republicans might among the best pickup opportunities in the country for Republicans. I rate it as a toss-up and one that could easily flip towards them. So it's going to be interesting to see, if she can win that race. Cherry Bustos she's lasted a while on a lot of crossover support, but the district keeps getting redder, and Trump did win it, so we'll see.
All right, so the GOP Senate primary, even though Duckworth will win pretty easily in November, it looks like it is a pretty interesting race there between
It's
Hubbard
interesting
and
because
Selby.
Republicans a while back Rick Scott made some noise about potentially trying to challenge Duckworth, but it doesn't even seem like they bothered to recruit a decent candidate. I mean, obviously in the past in red wave years, Republicans have been able to win in Illinois, so it just kind of seems like they didn't even give it a shot. But I expect both Pritzker and Duckworth to be easily reelected. Maybe Irvin could have made it interesting against Pritzker. He's got the type of background that you'd think would work and be successful. Tough on crime, moderate, kind of the stuff that some Illinois voters have gravitated to in the last few years. But Darren Bailey is a pretty typical far right Trump prototype. I got to go for a minute. I might be back. We'll see. Thank you for having me on.
All right, so we're looking back at New York. Hochul looks pretty secure here. Oh, I completely forgot about Colorado here. Let's go straight to Colorado. We got the incumbent running up, and the governor's Polis is doing pretty well there. All right, so this is Secretary of State. So Pam Anderson, Mike O'Donnell. This is the Republican primary. Anderson leads. And one of its candidates, Tina Peters, were charged with tampering with voting equipment in Mesa County. Which is a Republican county. Down in the United States Senate, O'Dea is running up against Hanks here. In the House district, Boebert looks pretty solid here, but it could change. In the Democratic primary, Furch leads here. 8th district, Weld and Adams. Robert Kirkmeyer leads Sign, and that's about what we got so far. The governors, I think, is both candidates are unopposed, basically. Yes, Polis is we don't have anything from the governors. Ghani and Lopez are close too. But that is what we got so far in Colorado. Here in the U.S. Senate, in the House, and the governors, and all of that stuff. Utah closes in about 45 minutes. So right now we got a pretty obvious good night for the New York Democratic incumbents. Delgado and Hochul looks pretty secure. I'll let you guys know when the more information comes in. So right now we got June 20. Right now we have the Colorado Secretary of State's race is pretty interesting, got our national attention. But obviously, the person that got that attention is in third place. So I don't understand why he got that much attention in the first place. I'll be right back. All right, folks, I'm back. So right now we're live here, looking at. We're going to go back to New York. It's a pretty close race here in the Secretary of State for Colorado. Odea looks like he will go to face Michael Bennett. We'll see what happens in Utah with but right now it looks Bobert's actually losing the counting right now. So let's see here. We are going to go back to the state of New York. We're going to go back to New York. We've been live for 90 minutes. Polls are about to close in the state of Utah in about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, I believe. So let's see here. Let's go over to the state of New York. So right here, it is looking pretty good for Hochul. She is at 64%. Williams is at 22%. Ciozzi is at 12%. And it looks like Giuliani's looking pretty solid here in the Republican primary. Zeldin, Astriano, Wilson. So the question is, who will come out victorious in the New York races? So let's see here. Let's go over to Illinois. We got a lot of votes. We still are waiting there as well. Then we'll go to the Oklahoma second. Then we'll go back to Mississippi. All right, here we go. We're back here in Illinois. Darren Bailey is almost at 50%. Irvin's it's a very close race for second between Sullivan and Irvin. Smiths is at 4.5. Pritzker, on the other hand, has a 427,000 vote lead over his challenger, a perennial candidate. Salvi and Hubbard are close, but it's still a Salvi lead because of Chicago. Junius looking pretty solid, 20 points ahead of Valencia. Brady Meltzer, Brady leads. Jonathan Jackson, this other son of Jesse Jackson, not the former Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr., but this is his brother, the former Congressman's brother, and the son of the Reverend Jesse Jackson, is pretty much a good lead for him. Ramirez is ahead here, 65.4. Caston looking pretty solid here. 7,000 vote lead over Marie Newman. Danny Davis looks. Oh, wow. Danny Davis is looking pretty bad right here. Keena Collins is just 18, 19, 2,100 votes behind. It looks bad for Davis here in the 15th. In the 17th, it looks pretty good for Wallace. Let's now go back to Oklahoma. Oklahoma right click. So let's see. Oklahoma second is where we're going to today. Again, over 11 candidates are over 1,000 votes right now. And Fricks is looking pretty good. Oh, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 now over 1,000 votes. We almost have 13. We almost have all the candidates over 1,000 votes, which is so crazy. Obviously, Fricks is at over 5,000 votes. We got 5 candidates over 5,000, 7 over 3,000, and 11 over 2,000. So this race is chaotic. We might get all the candidates over 1,000 votes tonight. So that is great news this is the most chaotic primary I've seen for a congressional race in a while. Almost 73% in. Let's just go up. Stitt wins. Madison Horn looks like he'll go to a runoff between her and Bollinger. James Langford wins. And it looks like Mullen is closing in on that really big number of 50.1. He needs 50.1 in order to get to the Senate. All right, so let's now go back to Mississippi. Mississippi is where is Palazzo and Ezel. Palazzo looks done. He's 2,000 votes behind. But Palazzo looks done. And the 3rd District Guest looks good here. And Flowers and Ealer looks pretty good here. It's pretty tight here too. To challenge the January 6th chairman, Benny Thompson. But again, Palazzo looks done here in the 2nd District of Mississippi. Let's go back to Colorado. That is our most important state right now. We could be done by an hour or so before we might be done in about an hour fast. How fast these results are coming in. Right here, we got Anderson, 50,000 votes ahead of. Is starting to close in here. O'Dea in the Senate looks pretty good over Hanks. Bobert might be in trouble. 50% in, and Coram is doing very well. Coram might win this thing. Could win this. He's winning a lot of counties. Bobert is doing. It could be close. This could be close. A close call for Bobert. Her challenger or Coram's challenger looks like Furtz. In the House Republican, it looks like Kirkmeyer might win this race. Even though Rymere County and Adams County yet to come in. And that's about it for this race. And here we go. We got a projection. Hochul wins. Hochul has won. Hochul has won in New York. She defeats her challengers. Kathy Hochul will be renominated. She wins her first nomination for governor. She will win by huge numbers too. She's winning by almost 80,000 votes. And look at this. Giuliani, Austriano, Wilson are all very good right now. Giuliani is 2,000 votes ahead, though. This is going to be crowded. This looks crowded here. And it looks like Antonio Delgado looks pretty secure, too. He's winning most of his district. He might be done by 10:15. Again, it's only 9:27. So right now we are looking at potentially an early night done. Palazzo looks pretty solid here. He looks done here. Guess also looks like he will win in his primary. Yeah. Like we might. All right, let's now go back to Colorado. Let's start off with We're starting off in Bobert's district. Oh, Bobert's taking the lead here. It is 63-36. This could end up in a very. This could be a good scare to her. This honestly might be a difficult scare. This could be a very good scare for her if she does lose to barely wins tonight. O'Dea and Hanks, this is close. All right. Looking pretty solid for Anderson here in Colorado. I might need Dante back soon. We got 3 minutes till Utah closes, so we got another 45 minutes left of the stream, maybe. Again, thank you guys for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for your conversations with me in the comments section. It's been informative. And I love having conversations with you guys. I'll be right back. All right, folks, welcome back. I'm back. So right now we got a couple winners here in Colorado. Pat Anderson will Sean Stan Cummins secretaries. Odea has won his race, and Boebert has won her race. The question is, how much of a scare was this one for? Colorado is mostly done here. New York is done, mostly done. I'll keep an eye on the Republican primary. Antonio Delgado will most likely win that. And it looks like, yes, Palazzo will lose. Looks like he will lose badly here in the fourth. Palazzo will lose badly in the fourth. He will lose. Stephen Palazzo will be the next incumbent to go down. Let's see here. Let's go look at Illinois. Illinois, we got Mary. It's very early still in Illinois. And there we go. Darren Bailey has won his race in Illinois. So I'm going to play games while I'm waiting for Utah to close. Don't need Mississippi nor New York anymore. I'm going to change it over to Mississippi for you guys while I get the screen up. Alright, so sorry, I had to clear my throat. We're going to play a little bit of a game here. We're playing a state quiz game. Minefield, basically. You stop if you get a state wrong. It's on Sportical, I believe. So let's share it. Let me share it. Find the United States, U.S. States Ultimate Minefield Quiz. I'm going to play this to pass the time. This is on Sportical. So let's get started. We got 7 minutes. All right, North Dakota, right here. What? North Dakota's right here. What? Don't let me do anything. All right, here we go. There we go. North Dakota. There we go. Next is New York. This state is up. Connecticut is next. South Dakota, right here. Oklahoma, right here. There we go. Right in the middle. Missouri, right here. Washington, this is right here. Arizona, right here. Illinois, right here. Texas, right here. New Hampshire, I hope I don't act. There we go. Colorado right here. Ohio right here. New Mexico right here. Florida. That's easy. It's right here. Wyoming. It's right here. PA. Right here. Pennsylvania. Idaho. Right here. Hawaii. Kentucky. I hope I. Yeah, there we go. Vermont. Alright, next is Mississippi. Right here. What? I clicked it. What? That's unfair. What the? That's unfair. I clicked Mississippi. You guys saw that. I clicked Mississippi. What? That was unfair. Sure, I might be a sore loser, but dang, that's I thought I clicked Mississippi. Let's replay that because I'm pretty sure I clicked Mississippi. I clicked it. What do you mean? I clicked it. What do you mean? Let's replay this. Because they must have been real high because I clicked Mississippi. Alright. Let's hope they don't screw me over again. Alright. 7 minutes on the clock. Tennessee, are you serious? Oh, nice. Look. Boom. What? Okay. Getting some easy. Oh, what? I clicked it. What? You saw me go over there and click it. What? That's mean, bro. This is hot. They're so high, bro. Because I clicked it, bro. What do you mean? Clicked it, bro. What do you mean I clicked it, bro? Bro, what do you mean? I clicked the goddamn state of Washington. What is wrong with? Alright, so let's see. Let's play the quiz again. Because that was unfair. Waiting for Utah to close, by the way. Oh shoot, it started. I didn't realize. Illinois. Let's just hope I clicked the right. This thing froze, bro. This is why I hate Sporkle. It freezes all the time. You know what? Screw that. I'm gonna go play some cool math. What do you guys want me to play? Well, I'm gonna continue my playthrough of Run. Where's the OG Run at? Alright. I'm pretty sure I have it saved. It has it saved, so let me see. Run. Run. the original run. Alright, so I'm playing Cool Math. We got about 9 minutes until the next poll is closed, so I just want to just run down the clock a little bit. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna share it. Share screen. Chrome tab. Run. Here we go. Excuse me. All right, there you go, folks. You are seeing my screen. All right, continue to game. All right, watch out to play big screen. Do you guys mind? I'm gonna watch this ad. All right, there I go. I got it back. I got big screen. The game is loading. It looks like. There we go. Adventure mode. I don't know what's taking so long. Wait. It looks like my game is froze. Alright, yes, we are on level 24. Let's get it. Bro, what's taking so long? What's the lag? I like that animation. Alright, here we go. Level 24. Shoot. Whoa, alright. Are you kidding me? Alright. What? Wait, hold on. Pause. On normal. Oop, I accidentally hit one of my control buttons. Alright, there we go. Dang it. Ugh. No. Oh my gosh, I can't stick that landing. Stick that. Oh, if you're just tuning in, I'm sorry. I'm playing video games. I'm waiting for Utah to close. They close in about 3 minutes. I'm going to give you an update on what I have up. I got Illinois, Oklahoma, Colorado up right now that I will give you guys updates on. So let's go. So in Illinois, we have a projected winner. Right now with 36% of the vote in, Kathy Salvi is ahead of Peggy Hubbard. It's a 10-point lead for Salvi. Alexi Janelius is ahead of Anna Valencia. Dan Brady is ahead of John Milner. In the 15th, Mary Miller very far ahead of Rodney Davis. Eric Sorensen now leads in the 17th district. Danny Davis barely leads in his race. Caston leads in the 6th. The 3rd district, Ramirez leads, and Jonathan Jackson leads in the 1st. In Oklahoma, the 2nd, Mark Wayne Mullen, is now under 46%. It looks like he will go to the runoff. Madison Horn has won a spot in the Democratic primary. Kevin Stitt has won his race. It's almost 100% in between Frick's Brief in the 2nd primary. It's so close right now. Almost all the candidates are over 1,000 votes, except for Eric Wyatt. It's going to be... I wonder who is going to win that race. And finally, in Colorado, all the races have been called, I believe. Yes. Adam Fritz is ahead of Tafoya. And Kirk Miner is ahead in that 8th District Republican primary. Alright, back to the run. Thank you all for joining in. So let's get back to where we are at. I have just lost. Oh, I was not paying. That's not me. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. How do I need to jump there? I can just do this. That was the most easiest jump and I missed it. Oh, jump over here. I swear to god, if I miss. Oh. How did I make that? And I just. Why? I turned off so early that. By the way, the Utah polls have closed. I just want to get past this level. Music's getting intense. No! Music for real getting intense here. No, why? So I'm gonna go this route now. So I can double jump. What? A double jump. Alright. Let's go to Utah right quick. That music was intense though. Alright, Utah just closed about 4 minutes ago. Let's go look at those results right quick. Right now we're looking at, we got primaries. We got right now. And Zeldin just took the lead in the Republican primary and for governor in New York. And here we go. Michael Lee starts out ahead here in the U.S. Senate race. In the first district, it is Blake Moore, Tina Cannon, and so many other candidates. So, yeah. So here we go. We're still waiting on results here. McMullen wins his race. I'll update you guys on Utah once in a while. So let's go back to run. What the? This was supposed to be on run. Bruh, okay. Whatever games do you guys want me to play? Alright, oh, so some of I saw you um, I'm looking for some games online. Hmm. Geo. Hmm. What? I want to do Weddle. You guys know Weddle, right? Weddle on. I want to do that unlimited one. So hard unlimited. Alright, so here we go. We're going back. Oh, I have the game set up already. Alrighty. So it is an offensive tackle in the NFC, and it is 6'6". Um. No, it's not. I forgot. It's not Marped because he retired. Oh, it's not South. I'll go with Cap. No, it's not Kappa. Not in the South. AJ can't. Not in the AFC either. He's not Terran Armstead. It has to be in the NFC East or West. NFC East or North. Bakhtiari? David Bakhtiari, right? Oh, it is NFC North offensive tackle. Panay Soul. Are you serious? This Vikings or Bears? Shit. I don't know a Vikings tackle. Or Bears. I'm gonna see if it's Vikings. Cook. I'm gonna go with Dalvin Cook. Shit, it's the Bears. I don't know anything about the Bears either. Okay, plus I'm almost out of guesses. Tackle on the Bears. I don't know. A tackle on the Bears. Okay. I'm gonna go see if a tackle on the Bears. Oh, and Mike Lee looks pretty solid here in his race. I'm thinking about after I finish a couple levels, I'm gonna give you the. All right, so offensive tackle on the Bears. Uh, oh, he's older than 23, but younger than 26. It has to be 25, right? Um, it has to be. I don't know. I don't know any good Bears players. Okay. I'm gonna give a guess. I cheated, but I'm gonna. Oh, it is Tevin Jenkins. All right, but I did cheat, so this doesn't count. Let's see. Let's see if it's the actual lineman. Alex Kappa. Oh, it's a defensive player in the NFC. Aaron Donald. I'm gonna do Aaron Donald first. Oh, oh, 99. All right. All right, I'm back. It's a number 99 in the NFC. Cam Jordan, maybe. All right. Oh, it's a linebacker. Armstead, right? Not NFC West. Oh, not the South. Sean Reddick. Not the East. It has to be in the North. Rashawn Gary. Oh, it's Minnesota. He's 24. Daniel Hunter. It's 99. Who's 99 on the Vikings? Daniel Hunter. Yeah, it is Daniel Hunter. All right. What? But what? Oh, it's not Minnesota. Oh no, I thought it was Minnesota. It's a Bay. It's either a Lions. It's Aiden Hunter's. It has to be Hutchinson. Wait, he's 87, right? 97, right? 99 on the Lions. All right. I honestly thought it was 99 on the Vikings. That which song Gary was on. Aquara. All right. All right. Play again. All right. We'll go with Alex Kappa again. Oh wow, all yellows. Okay, is an offensive AFC player. Mahomes and younger than it has to be Lamar. Oh wow, it's 26. Mahomes. It has to be Wait, no. Mahomes. All right, is Kansas City 26 years old? Clyde. Is it Clyde? No, it's not Clyde. Is it Juju? Might be Juju. No, it's not. It's not a wide receiver either. Is it Blake Bell? Oh shoot. Funy? It's a guard. Hmm. Wait. It's this number 26. Oh I know. His number is 26. His number is I don't even have his number right. It's the age I've been looking at. I'm gonna see if it's not running back right receiver. Oh my god, it's Trace. Is it Trace Smith? Oh, it's not. Oh! It's that center. What's his name? The center for the Chiefs. What's his name? What's the center for the Chiefs? I'm gonna go back to Utah after this. Who's the center on the Chiefs? I forgot his name. his name? He's a second. He's a second. It's Creed Humphrey. All right, Creed Humphrey. I had to hook up his name, but I knew him, but I couldn't think of his name. Creed Humphrey. Are you kidding me? It's a tackle. It has to be an offensive tackle. Offensive tackle. Chiefs recently redid their own line last year. Chiefs tackle. I honestly don't know. Austin Blythe? Or I'm an idiot. Orlando Brown? Are you, bro? I forgot about Orlando Brown. I'm an idiot for that. Wow. I'm an idiot for that, man. I forgot about Orlando Brown. They recently just franchise tagged him too. Wow. All right, so let's go back to the Utah results. Then I'm going to end the stream. So let's see. I'm going to take you to Utah. I still can't believe I forgot about Orlando Brown. All right. Utah's first district. Blake Moore is far ahead of Andrew Badger and Tina Cannon. And Mike Lee has won his primary against Becky Edwards. So that's what we have. That's the end of the stream. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.